Hi, welcome again. My name is Yit Kai. I would like to thank you for being here today. I'm so glad that so many of you are able to attend this important event that marks another new milestone for Motor Turbo with the introduction of Motor Turbo Ion. Motorola Solutions is proud to be one of the first founding members of DMR standard who introduced Motor Turbo that brought the digital technology to the market. That was back in 2007. Since then, thanks to you, Motor Turbo has brought solutions such as location tracking, workflow management that help many of our customers to bring safety and productivity to a new level that was previously limited by analog technology. And today, with the introduction of Motor Turbo Ion, we will bring that level to a new height, redefining productivity and efficiency. But before we start, let's take a moment to look at the market and try to understand where it is heading. Whether the customer is in oil and gas, manufacturing, transportation, or government, we know audio quality, reliability, and simply a radio with a battery that lasts have always been their product requirement. Actually, these requirements are driven by two important customer needs: how it can help to ensure safety and increase productivity. Not surprisingly, productivity is also one of the key reasons businesses are investing in digital transformation. With digital transformation initiatives, businesses are driving faster informed decision making and foster new level of collaboration. They are looking for opportunities to automate repeated process, increase employee collaboration, and streamline workflow to improve operational efficiency. By partnering with technology partners, they can leverage new technology and tools to speed up digital transformation. In fact, recent study has shown, even during this COVID-19 pandemic, businesses have increased digital transformation, and this trend is forecasted to grow in the coming years. Let's take a closer look at this oil and gas customer. He has a motor turbo with a reliable instant group communication, best-in-class voice quality, and a radio that is safe to be used in this hazardous environment. You can also see that he's collecting data from the equipment at the worksite, but with a pen and paper. And here's an example of an opportunity to improve productivity and streamline the task by investing in new technology, tools, and application that takes picture, scan barcodes to automate this manual data collection task. Now, in fact, this is one of the top reasons oil and gas customers are adopting enterprise mobile apps. And as studies have shown, the mobile apps have helped oil and gas customers to achieve 45% in productivity improvement and 44% in improved efficiency. So app is the key. But do we want to use this app on a smartphone? Our customer needs a professional, reliable tool for their employees. There will be no productivity to talk about if the device simply doesn't last in this type of harsh environment. Surveys have shown on average it costs businesses up to $3,000 and loss of 6 work hours for each repair. And what about the battery that doesn't even last the whole shift? My favorite analogy is like choosing to drive a sedan car instead of a 4x4 in the jungle terrain. Now, while mobile apps can help to increase productivity, it needs to be used with the right device. Today, I'm so proud to stand before you to introduce to you our latest addition to the Motor Turbo family. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Motor Turbo Ion, a smart radio that combines the industry-leading Motor Turbo professional digital radio with broadband technology, a smart radio that strives to bring productivity to a new height, a smart radio that puts critical voice in your hand and information at your fingertip. Remember those days when we used to call mobile phone just mobile phones? And today we are calling them smartphones. So what really makes a mobile phone a smartphone? It is the email, video calls, browsing the internet, and the millions of apps that can be accessed from the App Store. And these capabilities that makes a mobile phone a smartphone is exactly the same reason why we call Motor Turbo Ion a smart radio. let's take a look at the design. If you look at motor turbo ion from the side, it is no different from how a professional radio will look today. It has that large PTT button, antenna, and the two familiar knobs. But from the front, you have that large 4-inch touchscreen, like the smartphone that everyone is familiar with. This innovative design makes enterprise mobile applications so easy to use and intuitive for the radio users today, while keeping the radio user experience the same. The PTT button is exactly where it used to be, and you can still change the volume and channels the same way you do today. Now, in order to give radio user a more consistent user experience, we have even put in an additional display at the top to show statuses that are unique to radio, such as channel, talk group, caller ID, and radio's receive signal strength. And this display is strategically placed at the top so that the user can see all these statuses without removing it from their belt. And most important of all, motor turbo ion will power up the radio as fast as the current motor turbo. So you don't have to wait 20 seconds for the Android to be ready before you can use the PTT. Whether you use enterprise apps or not, it is still a device needed for critical emergency response, instant group communication, where time is everything. This is what we meant when we say motor turbo ion puts critical voice in your hands and information at your fingertip. Now, let's look at the apps. Starting with multimedia apps. If picture says 1,000 words, I say video says 1,000,000 words, as video shows 1,000 pictures. With broadband LTE and an integrated camera, user can now send images, videos, and even stream videos at their work site directly to the control room or their colleagues who are working remotely with a smartphone. Similarly, with the large 4-inch touchscreen, user can now receive and view detailed images, latest schematics, diagrams, photos, and videos, again, from their colleagues. Motor turbo ion can help businesses achieve a new level of collaboration, not just among employees who are using radios and those who are not using radios, but also with their customer. Through its broadband capability, combined with Wave PDX, Ion gives you more information, not just to the right user, but to the right group of users. More importantly, for the radio users, while streaming the video, Ion doesn't miss any calls, as the radio is working simultaneously with the broadband. Now, that's all great, but how do we get the apps? The good news is, Ion gives you businesses the freedom to choose the choice of apps that are available in the market. Ion supports open application ecosystem with Android 10. And more importantly, Ion is also an Android enterprise recommended device. Customers, especially their IT administrators, can have that peace of mind when deploying Ion as one of their many other corporate IT devices that they are already familiar with. Businesses can now choose from the millions of Android enterprise apps that meets their business need. Apps such as email, calendar, messaging are now at the radio user's fingertip, enabling them to stay connected and updated with their colleagues and customers, even when they are using the radio on site. Ion empowers them to make informed decisions faster than ever before, with access to information such as inventory level, staff duty schedules, passenger lists, and so on. Motor Turbo Ion is also an entry point to Motorola's full technology ecosystem, Safety Reimagined, where your voice, video, data, and analytics are unified on one enterprise platform. Combine AI-powered video with Motor Turbo, customer can now respond to incidents faster than ever. With Motor Turbo Ion, in addition to an alert message of that incident, user can view the live video feed on Ion. This gives the user a better situational awareness as the user responds to that incident. Leveraging Android's vast app development network and APIs, our application developer will now be able to offer purpose-built apps that give your Ion fleet even more capabilities that are optimized for your business, from barcode scanning and work ticketing to location tracking and video streaming. And all these new capabilities comes without compromising how Motorola defines reliability. You can use Moto Turbo Ion with confidence in harsh environment, as what Moto Turbo does today. The Gorilla Glass 3 touchscreen is inherently rugged for excellent impact resilience. A unique structural support design further cushions the display, providing superb shock absorption. And you can count on the screen to work in toughest conditions. It is immune to false actuation from water, snow, dirt, and grease. And it works with or without gloves. Compared to typical consumer smartphones, it can operate with thicker glove materials of up to 3.75 mm thickness. Ion's touchscreen will still work in the rain when the screen is wet. Unlike typical smartphone, it can still operate with glove even at -20 degrees Celsius. And here comes the best part. When I say we don't compromise, we don't. In fact, Moto Turbo Ion takes audio quality to the next level. Moto Turbo delivers the best audio performance with industry-leading voice loudness, clarity, and noise suppression features. Ion's voice communication outperforms smartphones, especially in loud environments. You can hear and be heard when it matters most. Again, this is a device that needs to respond to emergency and critical incidents where second counts. To do that, we have a speaker with innovative audio engineering design that provides crystal clarity and powerful volume. Its advanced dual microphone noise suppression produces clear audio even in the noisiest environment, so that you can hear the voice and not the noise. Similarly, in the windy condition, Ion's adaptive wind noise suppression that automatically turns on to give the clear audio without the wind noise. The automatic acoustic feedback suppressor automatically kicks in when needed to prevent echoes that are caused by nearby radios. In addition to the device itself, Ion's remote speaker mics are also powered with speakers that gives you the uncompromised audio loudness and clarity. Moto Turbo Ion can be adapted with industry-grade audio accessories that are purpose-built to make it safer and easier to use, especially in loud environment, and also to give you the peace of mind when the accessory is used in rough environment. It supports a wide range of professional audio accessory that let you quickly reach and use your radio, unlike some smart devices accessories that require that extra step to unlock devices in order to use it. To our user, it is not just the need to hear and be heard. It is more important that they can hear and be heard instantly. For those of you who knows this famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility. Now, with both the radio and broadband LTE integrated into Ion, the natural question is which one to use when you want to stay connected with your radio talk group. Is it DMR or LTE? Ion takes away this responsibility of choosing the right channel for you. Ion with Wave PTX gives you seamless voice handover that maintains your voice communication by automatically switching the broadband when your radio signal fades. And at the same time, the authentication, statuses, talk groups, and encryption are all well preserved without interruptions or resets. Ion is designed with radio user experience in mind. It is designed to simplify the multiple technologies in the device. By automatically switching, you don't have to worry if the device is in radio coverage or broadband coverage. With Wave PTX, Ion enable you to stay focused on your job and not the radio. For those of you who does radio provisioning for deployment, you are going to love this. The gray bar here shows the average number of hours it takes to provision the number of radios. On the left is the initial provisioning for deployment. On the right is those that are already in the field. And look at the green bar. That's the time it required for Ion. What a big difference. As you can see, by leveraging broadband technology, Mototurbo Ion dramatically reduced not just the time, but also the resources required to perform this task. It uses new cloud-based programming tool, we call it Radio Central, that enables Ion radios to be programmed remotely. Let's take a closer look at Radio Central. Mototurbo Ion makes managing your fleet more efficient and economical than ever. Radio Central enables you to remotely provision Ion through the cloud instead of cables. So they are ready to be used the moment they arrive. You can now send radios directly to users without even the need to open the packaging box for programming. Radio Central will push all the provisioning that are done on cloud to this radio through the broadband network the moment they are switched on. As for the Android apps, Ion as an Android enterprise recommended device, you can now have that peace of mind when you choose the MDM service provider of your choice, whose MDM are also verified by Google. MDM helps to manage user profile, enroll devices, installation and upgrade of Android applications to ensure that the right users are using the right apps and accessing the right information securely. It makes it seamless and easy for you to manage and scale together with other corporate IT devices consistently every time. With this, devices can spend less time in the service shop and more time in the field. The routine tasks of your IT staff are streamlined. And as software evolves, remote updates can be scheduled in advance to minimize downtime and disruptions. Mototurbo Ion is clearly an ideal tool for businesses that are investing in digital transformation. A radio that leverages broadband technology to enable businesses to use enterprise mobile application with a peace of mind. Enables multimedia communication for productivity and also provide user the voice coverage beyond the radio system. Now back to our earlier example of oil and gas users. Before Mototurbo Ion, there's really no other choice. That user who's carrying a radio will have to carry another smartphone to replace that pen and paper. But the question is, what's the cost for business to maintain 2 devices, 2 chargers, 2 batteries, and accessories? And is it effective for a worker to use 2 devices at the same time? You can imagine text coming in from the smartphone and radio, and calls coming in from the smartphone and radio. Will that be confusing for the user? Well, perhaps in some cases, carrying 2 devices may be an accepted solution, as you can keep the radio as the primary group voice communication tool and carry hopefully a rugged enough smartphone as an enterprise app tool to complement each other. But for those of you who prefers to have 1 instead of 2 devices, Mototurbo Ion is for you. So let's start the conversation with our customer and understand their digital transformation strategy. Are they using any apps? Do they have radio users carrying additional smart devices? As trusted technology advisors to our customer, together with you, let's help our customers leverage this new technology to achieve the next level of productivity. With this, we have come to the end of my presentation. There are definitely more information that I would love to share with you. Please take some time to visit the PCR booth for more information. Again, I'm so proud today to have this opportunity to launch Mototurbo Ion together with all of you. Thank you.